Every step has a groove. Every step has a groove. Yeah. Fingers snap open clean and set the rhythm for my feet. Send bass hook dropped in immediately and took the beat. Boom bap punch locking in, having everything clean thing feel alive. Every step has a groove and that's the reason I survive. Clean guitar chop arriving like each footstep has a sound. Roads chord warm and steady, keeping everything on the ground. Hi-hat tight, clean above, delivering on time. Every step has a groove and every step is right in line. Every step has a groove. Finger step has a groove, finger snaps in bass and boom bap show the way. Every step has a groove, guitar chop and road just won't let it stray. No step wasted, no beat missed. Spring put a groove in everything that exists. Every step has a groove and the steps just keep on coming. Sax melody entering warm and bright above the groove below. String shimmer soft above the sax like petals in the flow. Everything assembled here with joyful bounce and precision. Every step has a groove, that was always the decision. Every step has a groove. Every step has a groove. Marimba and clap open together, enjoy clocked in early. Smooth bass and a ride behind and got the whole thing swirling. Boom bap, crisp and steady like a train for this one day. Joy has a tempo and it's playing all the way. Rose voice and warm and sitting right above the bass, so right. Clean guitar, chop arriving with the energy of light. Same melody floating in above like something understood. Joy has a tempo and today that tempo's really good. Joy has a tempo, people been clapping bass, set the clock. Joy has a tempo, road and guitar chop won't stop. Spring gave joy a rhythm section, everything in the right direction. Joy has a tempo, and it never misses a beat. String layer soft and warm above the chop and the groove. Marimba still delivering every note inside the move. Everything assembled here with joyful, clean precision. Joy has a tempo, and it never needs permission. Joy has a tempo, clapping bass, set the clock. Joy has a tempo, roads and guitar chop won't stop. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Joy's on time, always on time. Never drops. Brass section open wide and told me I had already won. Funky drum groove exploded in before the day was done. Walking bass came rolling in with everything it brought. This is what winning feels like, and it can't be bought. Clean guitar chop arriving like a victory arriving late. Rose chord warm and certain, making everything feel great. Since shimmer at the top like light above a finish line. This is what winning feels like, and it feels just fine. This is what winning feels like. Brass and drum and bass all opened up the sky. This is what winning feels like. Spring confirmed it with the roads in the high. No trophy, no announcement, just the groove and the warm and the light. This is what winning feels like on an ordinary spring day, and that's exactly right. On an ordinary spring day, and that's exactly string pad entering wide and warm like arms that celebrate. Guitar chop still delivering everything that makes it great. Brass returns one final time to close the loop it started. This is what winning feels like. Fully open heart. This is what winning feels like. Winning feels like. Brass and drum and bass all opened up the sky. This is what winning feels like. Spring confirmed it with the roads and the high. This is it. This is winning. Spring says so. Upright bass, open woody, and the whole room softened up. Brush drum entered soft behind it, filling up the cup. Vinyl crackle warming every edge and every line. No reason needed, everything is already fine.
Roads chord landing warm above the bass like afternoon sun. Nylon guitar threading in like something gentle had begun. Simpad sitting back behind the groove, just breathing there. No reason needed, good is already in the air.
No reason needed, upright bass and brush drum said enough. No reason needed, find no roads and nylon made it soft. Spring doesn't ask for reasons, it just fills the room and stays. No reason needed to feel good on days like these. Entering once with warmth and no hurry.
Nylon guitar still floating, nothing left to worry.
Bass still woody, warm and present, holding everything down. No reason needed, the best feeling in this town. No reason needed, upright bass and brush drum said enough. No reason needed, find no roads and nylon made it soft.
Guitar hook arriving like an answer I didn't send. Spring texted first, and I was glad to meet it at this end. punchy groove. Riley Bird returning wants to finish what it started in the mood. Everything assembled, warm and playful, nothing left to say. Spring texted first and set the perfect tone for the whole day. Spring texted first, never but dancing before I even woke. Spring texted first, oh, 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 oh. Snapping bass and guitar up the nose. Spring said hey, you said yes. That's the whole song. Ooh, ooh,
Yeah. Cowbell open quirky, and I had to smile at that. Funky bass came in and made the groove fall perfectly flat. Crisp snare and clap together like they're always on the same page. Groove like nobody's watching. This is my personal stage. Words spice and warm and punches sitting right above the bass. Clean guitar riff arriving with a grin on its face. Synth bass layering underneath and filling in the low. Groove like nobody's watching, and I'm putting on a show. Groove like nobody's watching. Cowbell, bass and snare open the floor. Groove like nobody's watching. Rhodes and guitar riff make me want more. Nobody needs to see this. Spring gave me permission to be free. Groove like nobody's watching, and the groove is just for me. Yeah. You know what, just groove, just you. Nobody's watching me. Nobody's watching anyway. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Nobody's watching anyway. Hey, yeah. Groove like nobody's watching. Cowbell, bass and snare open the floor. Groove like nobody's watching. Rhodes and guitar riff make me want more. Groove like nobody's watching. Just groove, just you know. Nobody's watching.
Cell open long and warm, and time just slowed a little. Snap came in underneath and solved a very tender riddle. Clean guitar melody arrived, and everything fell place. I didn't plan to feel this good. It just happened at this pace. Smooth bass settling in below the clean guitar line. Soft drum texture keeping everything feel this good. There's no coming back from that. I didn't plan to feel this good. Cello snapping, guitar did what they understood. I didn't plan to feel this good. Spring walked in and rearranged the neighborhood. Warm and unexpected, every element connected. I didn't plan to feel this good, but I'll take it every time. String layer creeping in so soft it almost isn't there. Ellie scent pad hovering above like spring warmed air. Celery turns just once and sustains through the outro fall. I didn't plan to feel this good. I didn't even check the log. I didn't plan to feel this good. Cello snapping, guitar did what they understood. I didn't plan to feel this good. Spring walked in and rearranged the neighborhood. Didn't plan it, felt it anyway. Spring it there.
Electric guitar step once and the mood was already set. Snare roll built it up before the day could make me sweat. Yeah. Funky bass dropped in and now the whole thing has a shape. Yeah. Ooh. Mood unlocked, there's no going back from this escape. Yeah, yeah. Rose voice and bright and punchy, sitting on the groove just right. Yeah. High head keeping everything honest through the morning light. Hey. Send melody floating in like someone opened up the door. Mood unlocked and now I'm not the same as I was before. Mood unlocked, one guitar stab and the snare made it official. Mood unlocked, funky bass and roads made it habitual. Yeah. Spring just handed me the key, didn't even need to knock. Mood unlocked and I'm not locking it back up. Brass stab accent landing clean right when I needed it most. Synth melody returning like a warm familiar coast. Everything delivering exactly what it said it would. Mood unlocked, the day is doing everything it should. Mood unlocked. Spring let you in, unlock wide open. Spring let you in, unlock wide open. Spring let you in.
Together, wide and full and warm. Sax began to briefly like a calm before no storm. Walking bass arrived and made the whole thing feel like ground. Spring knew what it was doing when it built this sound. Brush drum keeping time without disturbing anything. Roads is warm and present, doing everything for spring. Clean guitar shimmer sitting right above the bass so bright. Spring knew what it was doing, getting every single thing right. Spring knew what it was doing, brass and strings and sax and walking bass. Spring knew what it was doing, roads and guitar shimmer filling every space. It planned the whole it planned the whole arrangement, every note exactly in its place. Spring knew what it was doing. Elise and pad floating in like petals in the air. Everything assembled here with impeccable care. Sax returns one final time and says what needs to be said. Spring knew what it was doing and it's living in your head. Spring knew what it was doing, brass and strings and sax and walking bass. Spring knew what it was doing, roads and guitar shimmer filling every space. Spring always knows, always planned it, always this.
Sub bass hit first and the floor already understood. Snare crack came second and it landed where it should. Funky guitar riff arrived and now we're past the point of no. Running on good vibes only, nowhere left to go but flow. Rose gold, warm and open, sitting right above the bass. Clean hi-hat groove delivering at a satisfying pace. Synth bass shimmer layer under everything so tight. Running on good vibes only, from the morning to the night. Running on good vibes only, sub bass, snare and funky guitar. Running on good vibes only, spring refueled everything I'm needing. No complaints, no weight, no static. Good vibes running automatic. Running on good vibes only, and the tank is always full. It's always full. steady, keeping everything in line. So baseball's returning like a heartbeat of the groove. Running on good vibes only, and I'm settling in the mood. Running on good vibes only. Sub bass snare and funky guitar lead. Running on good vibes only. Spring refueled everything I needed it. Everything I needed it. Everything I needed it. Good vibes only. Tank is full, spring loaded. Clap and kick it together and the room changed its mind. Price and melody arrived and left the heavy stuff behind. Funky bass came rolling in like everything was right. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Good timing and good everything from morning into night. Ooh. Hey. The guitar chopping roads together, landing clean and true. Snappy snare delivering on everything it's supposed to do. Hey, 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 hey. The page is floating in the background, doing his part. Good timing always finds you when you're open from the start. Good timing, good everything. Spring showed up and brought the whole arrangement in. Good timing, good everything. Clap a kick, a synth, and bass just screaming in. Good timing, good everything. Good things just landing where they land. Good timing, good everything. And I'm here for every bit of it. String layer creeping in so soft you'd almost miss it there. Clean guitar keeps chopping through the warm and blooming air. Bass groove steady, holding all the pieces into place. Good timing found this moment, and it knows it owns this space. Good timing, good everything. Spring showed up and brought the whole arrangement in. Good timing, everything. Clap and kick a synth and bass just grinning. Good timing, good everything. Good things just landing where they land. Good timing, good win. And I'm here for every bit of it. Good timing, good groove. Rim shot cracked the air before the day could start its thing. A acoustic guitar followed in and let the morning ring. Smooth bass settled low like it had nowhere else to go. Something about today just works, and I already know. Roses landing soft on everything around me now. today just work. Can't explain it, but it does. Something about today just works. Not because of anything, just because. Roads are ending, just leaving, babe. Spring decided to show up and stay. Something about today just works, and I'm just gonna let it. Rim shot coming back around like it remembers me. Chords, guitar, threading through this light so easily. Bass holds steady, warm and low while everything else floats. Something about today, it live inside these notes. Something about today just works. Can't explain it, but it does. Something about today just works. Not because of anything, just because. Just works. Just a day. Just work, just flow, just roll, just a day.
Soft breaths open wide and let the morning breathe a while. Then the sax came in for just a moment with a smile. Walking bass arrived and held the whole thing by the hand. Spring decided everything was going just as planned.
Roads is warm around and roads is doing what it does. Ever since string pad appearing just because. Guitar shimmer in the upper register staying light. The season and the groove are getting everything just right.
The season agrees with you. Everything you're wearing and the way you move. The season agrees with you. Cherry blossoms, warm bass, and the afternoon groove. Spring said yes to everything today. Brass and roads and sax and walking bass. The season agrees with you, and so do I.
Brush drum keeping time without demanding any space. Sax returns one time like it remembers something graceful. Bass groove warm as always. Synth pad high and bright. The season and the music and the you of it all just right.
The season agrees with you. Everything you're wearing and the way you move. The season agrees with you. Cherry blossoms, warm bass, and the afternoon groove. Spring said yeah. The season agrees always.
guitar came in and didn't apologize. Snapping bass dropped right behind and opened up my eyes. Funky road sitting in like it's been there all along. Yeah. Spring has its own agenda and it sounds just like this song. The snare is punchy, clean, scent, shimmer in the upper air. Light brass doing that one next and nobody can prepare. Bass is living low and warm and holding everything still. Spring just does its own thing and it always gets its fill. Spring has its own agenda. It doesn't ask, it just arrives. Spring has its own agenda. It shows up right on time and everything just thrives. It just arrives, seasonal, it's groove. The season never needs permission. Spring has its own agenda. And this is it. Electric guitar still delivering that opening line. Brass accent landing every chorus like it's doing just fine. Everything assembled like the season called the shots. Spring has its own agenda and it hits all the right spots. Spring has its own agenda. It doesn't ask, it just arrives. Spring has its own agenda. It shows up right on time and everything just thrives. Just arrives, season always knows. Season never needs permission. Spring has its own agenda. And this is it. Just arrives. Season always knows. Saxophone and snare hit bold before the last task. New deep bass line arriving, driving everything right through. Send melody and hi-hat landing, ribbon warm together. The last task hits different in any kind of weather. Rose and guitar loop and clap completing all the space. Vinyl crackle hint like a productive day embrace. Everything arriving bolder than the first task did. The last task hits different best. Feeling any work day hit. Spring chill, hip-hop indie sitting bold at the finish line. The last task hits different, doing everything just fine. Saxophone still threading warm above the deep beat. Deep bass still talking, making everything complete. Send melody returning bright on a working line. Road still warm and bold, doing perfectly fine. Guitar loop still grooving for those who make it through. The last task is different, carrying me and you. The last task is different. Saxophone and snare, then everything came bold. The last task is different. Bold as spring work, groove ever told. Bass and roads and clap on fire. The last task hits different, taking it higher. Beat mode satisfying all day. The last task hits different, best bring work way. Golden spring afternoon and the bold groove finishes strong. The last task hits different, been the vibe all day long. Saxophone warm on his favorite bow, satisfying art. Roads chord landing right before the work gets dark. Deep bass steady carrying the finishing ground. Guitar loop breathing soft above the bold sound. Snare one more time tight and absolutely right. The last task is different, carrying through the light. The last task is different. Saxophone is snare, then everything came bold. The last task is different. Boldest spring word groove ever told. Bass and roads and clap on fire. The last task is different, taking it higher. Beat bold and satisfying all day. The last task is different, best spring word way. Best spring word way. Best spring word way. The last task is different. Saxophone and snare, then everything came bold. The last task is different. Boldest spring work groove ever told. Bass and rolls and clap on fire. The last task is different, taking it higher. Beat bold and satisfying all day. The last task is different. Best spring work way.
Tight kick and snap hit together before the 2 hours new. Melodics and thriving, leading everything right through. Funky bass and guitar chop landing, warm inside the beat. Roads and synth pad, completing everything so neat. Final crackle hint like a productive afternoon sealed. 2 more hours in blooming, best work, vibe revealed. Everything arriving punchy before the finish line came. 2 more hours in blooming, best way to play the game. Spring chill hip hop indie sitting punchy in the zone. 2 more hours in blooming, making every workspace home. Melodics and still threading bright above the kick. Funky bass still driving, doing every productive trick. Road still warm and punchy on the working line. Synth pad breathing wide, doing perfectly fine. Guitar chop still landing crisp, keeping everyone awake. 2 more hours in blooming, best groove for goodness sake. 2 more hours in blooming, kick and snap, then the melodic synth arrive. 2 more hours in blooming, punchy as spring work feeling, keeping you alive. Bass and rolls and chop on lock. 2 more hours in blooming, round the clock. Beat punchy and warm till the end. 2 more hours in blooming, best work groove to send. Golden spring afternoon and the punchy groove holds strong. 2 more hours in blooming, been the work vibe all along. Melodic synth warm on his favorite punchy art. Guitar chop landing right before the work gets dark. Funky bass steady carrying the blooming working ground. Vinyl crackle breathing soft above the punchy sound. Kick one more time, tight and absolutely right. 2 more hours in blooming, carrying through the light. 2 more hours in blooming, kick and snap, then the melodic synth arrive. 2 more hours in blooming, punchy as spring work feeling, keeping you alive. Bass and rolls and chop on lock. 2 more hours in blooming, round the clock. Beat punchy and warm till the end. 2 more hours in blooming, best work groove to send. 2 more hours
yours.
Bass, breathe warm before the tab was open. Cause the guitar arriving like the best thought unspoken. Clap and light drum settling warm inside this space. Roads and synth pad and strings completing every place. Guitar shimmer catching all the spring between the keys. Afternoon window open tab carry on the breeze. Everything arriving warmer than the morning screen. Afternoon window open tab, freshest work routine. Spring feel good, indie chill, sitting warm in the zone. Afternoon window open tab, making every workspace home. Groove still threading, warm above the clap. Deep synth bass still talking, never going back. Road still warm and observing on the working line. Synth pad still breathing wide, doing perfectly fine. String shimmer catching every pedal as it falls. Afternoon window open tab, answering all the calls. Afternoon window open tab, deep synth and the acoustic guitar found a way. Afternoon window open tab, warm as spring work groove of any day. Bass and roads and strings so warm. Afternoon window open tab to every April storm. Be warm and observing all day. Afternoon window open day. Spring work at its best way. Golden spring afternoon and the warm groove holds on. Afternoon window open tab in the vibe all alone. Couch get warm on its favorite observant arc. Roads chord landing soft before the work gets dark. Deep synth bass steady carrying the warm working ground. String shimmer breathing soft above the sound. Clap one more time warm and absolutely right. Afternoon window open tab, carrying through the light. Afternoon window open tab, deep synth and the acoustic guitar found the way. Afternoon window open tab, warm as spring work groove of any day. Bass and roads and strings so warm on window open tab through every April storm. Beat warm and observing all day. Afternoon window open tab, spring work at its best way. Afternoon window open tab, deep synth thread, big curves to pull 7 pound. Afternoon window, always spring, always spring, always yours. Light percussion, shake it together before the spring spoke low. Nylon guitar arriving, carrying everything in the glow. Smooth bass and roads and synth all landing warm. Spring on the low, riding through the April storm. String shimmer catching all the breezy working air. Fingers snap ticking like a secret, only few are aware. Everything arriving lighter than the desk would say. Spring on the low, carrying you all the way. Spring feel good, indie sitting light inside the zone. Spring on the low, making every workspace home. Nylon guitar still threading bright above the beat. Smooth bass still talking, making everything complete. Road still warm and light on the working line. Sim melody returning sweet, doing perfectly fine. String shimmer catching every moment as it turns. Spring on the low, giving back everything it earns. Spring on the low.
on. Spring on the low, been the work vibe all along. Nylon guitar warm on its favorite light art. Roads cold and bright before the work gets dark. Smooth bass steady carrying the light working ground. String shimmer breathing soft above the sound. Shake her one more time, light and absolutely right. Spring on the low, carrying through the light. Spring on the low, light percussion and shaker, then the guitar led the way. Spring on the low, light as spring work groove of any day, yeah. Bass and roads and string shimmer bright. Spring on the low in the working light. Beat light and grooving all day. Spring on the low, spring work at its best way. Spring on the low. Spring on the low. Spring on the low. Always light, always spring. Always yours, spring on.
Soft brass and deep kick hit bowl before the day decided. Saxophone melody arriving like the best work I've guided. Funky bass and snap driving warm beneath the spring light. Roads and synth and guitar completing everything right. Hi-hat ticking bright like a productive day confirmed. Good day to get things done, best lesson ever learned. Everything arriving bolder than the last work they did. Good day to get things done, lifting every eyelid. Spring chill, hip hop, indie sitting bold inside the zone. Good day to get things done, making every workspace home. Saxophone still threading warm above the funky snap. Road still bright and bold, never going back. Funky bass still driving hard beneath the working beat. Clean guitar threading bright, making everything complete. Hi-hat Chris keeping everyone on the spring track. Good day to get things done. Grooves got our back. Good day to get things done. Brass and kick, then the saxophone led the way. Good day to get things done. Bold as spring work groove of any day. Bass and rolls and guitar bright. Oh, good day to get things done in the working light. Be bold and warm without the noise. Good day to get things done. Spring at its best poise. Yeah, golden spring morning and the bold groove holds strong. Good day to get things done. Been the vibe all along. Saxophone warm on its favorite bowl of my lake art. Roads chord landing bright before the work gets dark. Yeah, funky bass steady carrying the working April ground. Clean guitar breathing soft above the bold sound. Brass one more time, soft and absolutely right. Good day to get things done, carrying through the light. Good day to get things done. Brass and kick, then the saxophone led the way. Good day to get things done. Bold as spring work groove of any day. Bass and rolls and guitar bright. Another day to get things done in the working light. Be bold and warm without the noise. Good day to get things done. Spring at its best, boys. Good day to get things done. Good day to get things done. Bright, still soft. Saxophone still warm. Road still bold. Good day to get things done.
always a good day, always spring, always yours.
Innocent and strings open wide before the rush. New nylon guitar arriving, leading everything right through. Boom bap, drum and bass, dropping one together right. No rush, just results, carrying everything to light. Snapping roads, completing all the work in space. Everything arriving merry, without a deadline's chase. Not too loud, but every note landing perfectly clear. No rush, just results, the best work playlist of the year. Spring feel good, indie chill, hip hop in the productive zone. No rush, just results, making every workspace home. Nylon guitar still threading airy above the beat. Boom bap drums still landing, making everything complete. Road still warm and bright on the working line. Synth pad still breathing wide, doing perfectly fine. Snap still ticking light, keeping everyone on track. No rush, just results, grooves got your back. No rush, just results, edge synth and strings and the nylon guitar lid. No rush, just results, Irish spring work groove ever said. Bass and roads and snap so bright. No rush, just results in the working light. Beat airy and focused all day. No rush, just results, spring work at its best way. Golden spring afternoon and the airy groove holds strong. No rush, just results, spin the vibe all alone. Nylon guitar warm on its favorite productive arc. Synth pad breathing luminous before the work gets dark. Boom bap bass steady, carry in the working ground. String shimmer breathing soft above the airy sound. Snap one more time, light and absolutely right. No rush, just results, carrying through the light. No rush, just results, there is synth and strings, then the nylon guitar lid. No rush, just results, area spring work groove ever said. Bass and roads and snap so bright. No rush, just results in the working light. Beat airy and focused all day. No rush, just results, spring work at its best way.